Friday, March 14th, 2025, and I'm Don Reporté. Good day, folks. Great to have you back, though let's be honest, where else would you rather be? Now, in today's top story, local poultry enthusiast and part-time cautionary tale Todd has apparently caught wind of the, shall we say, spirited feedback regarding his recent unfortunate run-in with a neighborhood dog. You might recall Todd's chickens, in a shocking turn of events that absolutely no one saw coming, became an all-you-can-eat buffet for the local canine community. In response to the avalanche of criticism, Todd took to his evening stream to address the controversy. And by address, we mean he cobbled together a statement that's about as robust as the poultry netting he used for security. But hey, don't take my word for it. Let's roll the clip and see for ourselves.
I mean, it's kind of funny if people think that me losing my chickens to a dog attack is my fault. When my chickens were in my yard on my property and like saying cluck cluck is somehow going to hurt me. That's kind of weird, dude. It's kind of a weird flex, bro. Hope those genital warts clear up.
Oh, please, Todd. No one thinks saying cluck cluck is going to cause you emotional harm. It's just a little quip. Far wittier, I might add, than your go-to insult about genital warts. A line you repeat with such frequency that it probably tells us far more about your groin than anyone else's. But hey, you do you. Now let's get one thing straight. No one is blaming you for the fact that some other person's dog took an interest in your feathered friends. If that's even what really happened. Should a dog be roaming the neighborhood unsupervised? Obviously not. Should the owner be held responsible if their dog turned your coop into a crime scene? Absolutely. No one's debating that, so your grand deflection tour is unnecessary at best. But after your dramatic eye rolls, very compelling by the way, you remind us all that your chickens were in your yard, on your property, as if that somehow means they were in a magical force field of safety. If only stray dogs, raccoons, hawks, and, I don't know, the entire concept of nature respected human property lines. Unfortunately, that's not the world we live in, which means that when you take on the responsibility of raising living creatures, it's on you to make sure their safety doesn't hinge on the goodwill of passing wildlife and poorly trained neighborhood pets. And Todd, let's be real. Anyone with the most basic knowledge of chicken keeping knows that poultry netting is about as useful for predator protection as a paper umbrella in a thunderstorm. It's designed to keep chickens in, not to keep anything else out. If you'd taken 5 minutes to do some actual research, you'd have learned some proper fencing options. So for your future reference, and to spare us all another round of the Todd Blames Everyone tour, here's some advice. Chicken wire, cheap and slightly better than nothing. It keeps chickens in and deters some predators, but determined ones, like raccoons and foxes, can chew, claw, or rip right through it. Think of it as the dollar store version of security. Hardware cloth, 1/4 or 1/2 inch, the real MVP. Unlike chicken wire, predators can't just poke a hand through and grab a drumstick. Use this for your coop and run if you actually want to keep your chickens. A covered run, because hawks think your chickens are a buffet and will absolutely help themselves. Dig-proof barriers. Bury your fencing at least 12 inches underground unless you enjoy hosting a weasel rave under your coop. So Todd, maybe next time, instead of giving us a dramatic monologue about how unfair life is, take some of that energy and apply it to actual chicken safety. Because we all know the next tragedy will somehow be everyone's fault but yours. Now, if you'd like to clear up any lingering doubts about your tragic chicken saga, you're more than welcome to issue an official statement, maybe even provide some actual receipts to our esteemed news team. You can reach us at spiderdogwebhouse@gmail.com. Yes, it's real. Until then, we'll be sticking with our current narrative, that your story has more holes than your so-called fencing, and that this is less of a crime against you and more of a Todd versus his own negligence situation. But hey, we're always open to updates. For Friday, March 14th, 2025, I'm Don Reporté. Cluck, cluck, mofos.